Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Hey everybody, it's Walker Walkerson here with the West 3rd Sports Network, and I will be covering the Dynasty Boyz this year. What's the Dynasty Boyz? Well, the Dynasty Boyz is 6 members, 6 normal guys who are going to be playing against each other, trying to build the best dynasty in college football 26. Now, they all got head coaches, they made names, they picked teams, and to talk about that, I'm going to swing it over to myself, Walker Walkerson. Take it away. Let's go ahead and meet the guys and let's see what schools they picked. Now first, we're going to go ahead and talk about Max. He picked West Virginia as his school, 82 overall, and his head coach is DeMary Jane. All right, clever. It's fair to say that Max is possibly a heavy weed smoker, if you had to guess, maybe. But he picked an 82 overall. He's one of the best players in the league, if I had to say. I'd put Evan Young above him, number 1, and I'd put Max number 2. And then the rest, I'll talk about the power rankings later, all right, folks? But right now, I'm talking about the members, their coaches, and the team they picked. Max is in the ACC all by himself. Next, we got Ozzy. Ozzy picked the Texas Longhorns, folks. He's in the Big 12. Look, the conferences are geographically correct, folks. The shit makes sense. Oregon's not flying across the country to play a conference game. That doesn't fucking make sense, folks. Anyway, Ozzy picked Texas. He's in the Big 12, and he's starting out with a whopping 91 overall team. His head coach, Slappy D. Clappins. How this name was allowed, I do not know. There's some names that were tried. It didn't let them do it. Mike Oxlong. That was a name that they wouldn't allow. And when you hear the name that this member picked, you're going to be like, that's insane. And it is insane, honestly. Next, we got Evan, and Evan picked Ball State, one of the worst teams in the league, one of the worst teams in college football. He doesn't give a shit because he is a psychopath, folks. When you see him play, you're going to understand. 62 overall. That's what he's starting out with. He wants to rebuild this school, make him a 5-star. Last year, College Football 25, the Dynasty Boyz unofficially had 4 people in the league and the Dynasty, and Evan took Kennesaw State, a 1-star school, turned them into a juggernaut, 5-star school. The last year, they made it 7 years. He won the national championship 2 times, about to be a 3rd before they, shut it down. Got tired of him winning, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, Evan is picking Ball State. He's in the MAC. He's 62 overall, folks. And yes, everyone's playing on Heisman. Everybody's playing on Heisman. His coach, Walker West the third, folks. Get it? That's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. Kind of, whatever. Who really cares? I mean, his coach looks like Vin Diesel or Johnny Sins. Maybe a combination of the both. You can decide for yourself. Next, we got Noah. Noah went ahead. Now, this is a tough. Now, it's a good team, but my God, the SEC is stacked. And that's what he picked. He picked Florida in the SEC, starting off at an 89 overall, folks. Florida head coach. Now, it's literally spelled MC11, but I think what he wants us to say is Mick Lovin. Head coach Mick Lovin, Florida. The head coach of the Florida Gators looks like he's about 19 years old. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know if I would be able to take orders from a guy looking like that, but hey, we don't judge around here. Next, we got Sam, and Sam picked the Ohio State University in the Big Ten, 89 overall. Last year's champion. Will Sam be able to make them back-to-back champs? Probably not. But hey, you never know. You never know. The head coach of the Ohio State University is Billy Bongrip. And now, we said maybe Max likes to smoke maybe weed every single day, maybe. Sam McElvain, he loves to do the same, folks. And you might know him from the Western Fantasy League, too. He's pretty solid every year. Makes the playoffs almost every year. But he does like the reefer. And there's nothing wrong with that, folks. There's nothing wrong with it. It's legal in a lot of places. All right? So let's just relax. All right? Next, we got Jamal. And yes, in fact, there are multiple A's in the name, but I can guarantee he is a white. But Jamal, he picked 92 overall, Oregon, to start off with. And let me tell you something. He is the head coach right now, but you'll see, based off of week-to-week performances, I don't know. We'll see how long he's a head coach. Listen, maybe 1, 2, 3 years. I don't know. But his head coach, and I'm going to pause when I say this name because I don't want to get, taken off of YouTube. But I'm going to say the full name, and I'm going to bring it up, and nothing's going to happen. All right, folks, nothing's going to happen. It's just a name. That's all it is. It's his real name. His mother gave him this name. First name, Mo. Lested Kid. Yep, his last name, Mr. Lested Kid. He is the head coach of the Oregon Ducks. And that's all we got. I don't know if I said Ohio State's overall. They're 89 overall. I mean, pretty easy to guess that. They're really good at football, folks. Really good at football. But anyway, that's all the schools that the guys picked. That's what they're starting out at. And I'll be telling you, each year what it goes up to. Each season, because we're going to try to we're trying to do 10 seasons, 20 seasons, who knows, folks. It's going to be crazy. But that's all I got, folks. All right, now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and start off. I'm going to go through weeks 0 to 5 right now, right here. And let's go ahead and get to it, folks. Week 0. One of the first games. Texas State playing Oregon in week 0. I'm going to try to just go over the user games and all their schedules through week 5. But listen here, folks. Texas State played Oregon, one of the best teams in the nation right now. I mean, Oregon they're very good. They went up against Texas State and they beat them by 3 points. And we actually have a post-game interview with the head coach, Mo, and you can see the rest of it. You'll see the name. Let's go ahead and cut to that clip right now.
Play with those kids maybe a little too much, and that made it a lot tighter than we normally like it. but sometimes you got to go out and grab the balls that come to you and explode all over the field to victory.
Yeah, I don't. Now listen, I really, and I mean this, I really do hope that he was talking about football with the words he was saying there. We cut it off before he went any further, but let's go ahead and talk about another game. Let's talk about Ohio State, Week 0, very first game of the year. They're playing Ohio in Columbus, and let's go ahead and we got a highlight right here. Let's go ahead and play that. And I'm getting word, actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm getting word we actually have Sawyer Benowitz down there. I guess he's got some news for us. Sawyer, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Walker. Sawyer Benowitz here reporting from Columbus, Ohio, after the Ohio State University Buckeyes have secured their first win of the season. And it's not all fun and games here, Walker, as you would think it would be after the first win of the season. Coach Billy Bongrip and the rest of the coaching staff are devastated and heartbroken after losing their first-string starting running back, James Peoples, to a season-ending broken ankle in the middle of the third quarter, first game of the season. And let me tell you, he had a Heisman-caliber stat line going, Walker, and this is just devastating for the coaches. But Coach Bongrip goes on to say he believes that his backup Jason Ball will step into the starting role just as comfortably as Peoples did, and expects the freshman running back Bo Jackson. That's right, you heard it here first, Walker. Bo Jackson is stepping into the second string role for the Ohio State Buckeyes as a running back. And they plan to make a statement just as well as the previous running backs did. And that's all here for the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll see how Billy Bongrip and the team does the rest of the season. Thanks, Walker. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, that is absolutely tragic, folks. I mean, first game of the year, and your star running back, sophomore by the way, just a sophomore, out for the season, folks. I mean, that is absolutely terrible. Wow. I really hope that he doesn't, go to the transfer portal and maybe go to another team next year, maybe, I don't know, maybe Ball State, maybe, I don't know, that's pretty crazy, but yeah, that was week 0, a lot of crazy stuff happened in week 0, West Virginia, Florida Gators, week 1, it's Max going up against Noah, and, I mean, you can see by this play, we're just gonna, holy shit, folks, it was not good. It was not good at all. It was actually really bad, but hey, it's week 0. You gotta, knock off the rust. We haven't played in a while, folks. But let's just check this play out right here. Throws it right down the middle. He's wide open. Some fuckery happens, folks. Fumble comes out. Oh, don't worry. Florida picks it up and almost scores their very first touchdown, but they did not score their first touchdown. At that point, it was 31-0. Not terribly bad for Florida, but West Virginia, they beat their ass. I'm going to try to get through these pretty quick. Next, we got week 1 for Ball State, very first game of the year. They're going to Oregon to play one of the highest ranked teams in college football. And I'm actually going to go through this game because it was pretty cool. First of all, we got to show this one. 14-3, Ball State, they came out to play, went up 14-3, and then this Oregon play happened. He hands the ball off. He's running down the field, past the 50, tries to go out of bounds, didn't. Oh, he almost did again. These guys are too damn slow. They're not going to fucking catch him. That's a touchdown. Then this play right here, folks, the balls it takes to do something like this. He could have kicked a field goal. They get the ball at half. There's 6 seconds on the clock. They go ahead and snap it. It would have been a very short field goal, folks. But he snaps it, backs up, turns around, he's sprinting away. guess what? These guys are slower than fuck. They can't catch up to him. Pinpoint accuracy on the throw. I think that's his tight end comes over and catches it. Now we got a ball game, folks. 16. It's going to be 17-21 going into halftime, and Oregon gets the ball back. They end up scoring, and Ball State comes back, ties it. They go to overtime. Oregon ends up winning the game. The first pick of the game was thrown by Ball State, trying to make something happen out of nothing. That's the game. Final score 38-31 in overtime. It took them overtime to beat Ball State last week. Only 3-point victory over Texas State. That might not be good, folks, but hey, maybe Oregon will figure it out. We'll talk about it. Next, we're going into week 1 as well. Texas played Ohio State, and I'm going to play this play real quick, and I got to talk about it, folks. All right, so let's go ahead and play it. We got single back. He runs straight up the middle. Missed tackle. Nowhere near the guy. He actually jumps over that guy, and then he's wide open spaces all the way in the end zone. I'm pretty sure he jumps on the ground. Yeah, he slides like a little toddler. And it's just now, it's 14-14. I'm seeing it right now, and it doesn't make sense. Second quarter, it's 14-14. That game was a fucking blowout, people. I'm talking blowout. Let me look up what the final score was on that one, because I'm telling you, folks, that doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. 56-28 was the final score on that one. Ohio State beat the living shit out of Texas. That play was pathetic. It was absolutely pathetic. Hopefully Texas gets it figured out. I think they do have it figured out a little bit, but I mean, better than that. That was absolutely awful. Next, let's go ahead to week 2, where Ohio State is again in Columbus playing against Ball State. And folks, this was a barn burner, folks. I mean, it was absolutely delicious. It was great. Ball State was winning most of the game, and then Ohio State goes down the field 28-24. There's 24 seconds left. Now, Ball State, Walker West III, head coach, he was going down. He was trying to waste as much clock as possible before they scored the touchdown, but they ended up leaving 3 minutes on the clock. Ohio State ran it down the field methodically. 24 seconds left. Let's see what happens, folks. 24 seconds on the clock, 28-24. Ohio State has to score a touchdown to win. They have 3 timeouts still. It's 2nd and 10. Here we go, folks. All right, they snap it, run backwards. Tight end's wide open. These guys are too fucking slow. It's not even close. Tackled into the end zone, and that's going to be the ball game. Ball State would get the ball back, but they got to try to get downfield, score a touchdown. He throws a bomb, doesn't catch it. That's that game. Now, that was week 2. Let's go ahead and go over the rest of these teams. I'll go ahead and stick with Ohio State. W against Ohio, 34-13. W against Texas, ass whooping. Whooping is what that was. 56-28. Ball State, narrow win, 31-28. Then they go on the road, folks, and this is when shit hit the fan. 2 L's in a row on the road to Pittsburgh. What? Pittsburgh? Then they went and lost to Cincinnati, and they didn't just lose, folks. They got their asses whooped. 55-31 on the road against Cincinnati. Holy Toledo. That's their first 5 games, starting out 3-2. Undefeated at home. Completely defeated away. Now let's go ahead and talk about Ball State. What are they doing? Well, they're in the MAC. Should be pretty easy going forward, but their first 2 games were barn burners against user teams. 38-31 loss in overtime to Oregon. 31-28 loss to Ohio State. And then, still pretty top, like not top tier, but medium tier team with Northwestern. They go and get the W 24-17. And then finally, they get to play a MAC team, and they beat the dog shit out of Central Michigan 45-21. 2-2 through 5 weeks. Next week was a bye. Pretty solid for the 62 overall team coming in. Then we got the Florida Gators. They got a bunch of byes in the first 5 weeks. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. 3 byes all in the first 5 weeks. That is fucking weird. But that's what it was. First game of the year. 45-28. Ass whooping. That's what happened there against West Virginia. Then they get a bye, then they go and play LSU. Barely squeak one out, 21-17. He had to play it 2 times because his power definitely went off, folks. It definitely went off. Hey, it happens. Everyone gets it. The power goes off sometimes, and sometimes your Xbox just stays on. On the home, hey, power cuts off. That's fine. That's what happened. 21-17 win in LSU, folks. Or no, it was... Actually, it was at Florida, so that's crazy. But, yeah, 21-17. LSU's a great team. They're defensively. They're good. All right, then we got another bye. Then he goes and plays Alabama. All 3 home games. This is a pretty easy schedule. I don't know what's going on. Besides, I mean, the SEC is nothing to play with, folks. He will get really good at this game if he keeps having to play these top-tier teams, folks, let me tell you. But he goes and beats the living shit out of Alabama, and I don't get it because Alabama's overall is much higher, not much higher, but it is higher than LSU's. Alabama's a 94, folks. LSU's at 89, and he beat the fuck out of Alabama 46-21. That's crazy, folks. It really is. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Texas Longhorns. They got Arch Manning playing like a fucking bum, folks. He's got 14 interceptions through 5 weeks. That's kind of embarrassing. He is top 2 in interceptions. The only one above him, Oregon's quarterback. He's got 15, folks. Yikes. They're going to figure it out, folks. We're playing on Heisman difficulty, folks. The best of the best. You're going to throw some picks, especially if you're not used to it. All right? Texas played Sam Houston in game 1, 70-31, ass whooping. Then they lost, obviously, Ohio State 56-28. Had a bye. They go and beat TCU 45-21. Have another bye, and then they beat Nebraska 38-27. That's Texas Longhorns football. They're still in the top 5 in the rankings, I'm pretty sure, whereas Ohio State and Oregon both fell way down. They almost fell out of the top 25 with 2 big losses. Let's go ahead and talk about those losses for Oregon. Now, they barely beat Texas State, who was a very low overall, folks. It's supposed to be an easy first game. You heard from Mr. Mo Lested Kid. That's how I'll say it, folks. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, but that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Okay, folks. But anyway, Texas State 24-21, Ball State 38-31 in overtime, and then they go and play Utah State 31-13. Good win, solid. And then they go and play BYU. BYU is ranked 13th. They're only a 79 overall, folks. But apparently they're playing good enough to kick ass because they kicked ass against Oregon 62-3. Are you kidding me? You're Oregon and you can't score more than 3 points. What in the fuck was going on? I think maybe Mr. Coach Mo was maybe preoccupied during the game. Or something. Maybe something was going on before the game that he probably shouldn't be doing. But nonetheless, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whomping, folks. Then we got Colorado beating his ass 42-16. Coach Mo had a bye, and they came out after that. We're only showing you week 5. After that, I'll tell you, they got it figured out. I'm pretty sure they got it figured out after that. Next, we got West Virginia, the Mountaineers, and they're solid. Let me tell you something. They're playing solid football this year, all right? Their schedule might be one of the easiest. Combined opponent record, he's the only one that's got his opponents are losing more than they're winning. But hey, let's not talk about that right now. We're just talking about his season. It's starting off. He is the only team that is undefeated, folks. You heard it here first. West Virginia is the only team that is undefeated right now out of the users, folks. It's beautiful to see. First game was Missouri State, 42-10, ass whooping. Then he did the same thing to Florida. Talked about it. Virginia Tech, whoa, folks, hold on. That was at West Virginia, 27-24, folks. Barely squeaked one by Virginia Tech. That's a little concerning. Tough team, though. Tough conference, ACC. Then we got a bye week, and then he went and played a pretty solid game against Virginia. Then he has another bye. Starting the year out strong, 4-0, folks. That's all we got, folks. We'll see you next time. This is Walker Walkerson. We'll fucking see ya.
If you liked the video, like and subscribe for more episodes. Go Ball State!